So, back in August at the Great American Truck Show, also known as GATS, there in Dallas, Texas, Little Viking Coach called out all the YouTubers for the health challenge to a GATS to MATS kind of weigh-in. So I went to the Landstar booth and weighed myself. And at that point, I was 352 pounds. And I had said that if I'd made it to MATS, that I would do a weigh-in. Well, I couldn't find anybody doing a health and fitness thing. If it was there, I never saw it. But I found a pallet scale booth. So, better than nothing. So I weighed on that, and here's the results. Go. All right, so taking my shoes off, and we're going to scale. Hey, we're going to scale this. Scale this. All right, here we go. There we go. That's what I lost. 290. 290. There we go. It was a pallet scale that showed I was 290 pounds, which I know I've been as low as 280 from according to the scale at home, but between 280 and 290 there's been a fluctuation. And so I'm gonna call it 290. So I've lost 62 pounds since August, and I've lost from 378 is my highest weight. You know, and a lot of people came up to me that I hadn't seen in a while and were very surprised of how I looked. But more importantly, they reacted to how I looked, like asking me, do you look like, or not really asking me, but telling me that they thought that I looked like I felt better, which I do. I feel amazing. There's a lot of walking at the Mid-America Truck Show, and there were some times where I was done, you know, feet wise, but it's a lot of walking for a healthy person. But at some point at night, you know, when we're all sitting in our circle, you know, just hanging out, you know, I had a lot of energy, you know, but a lot of people might be under the impression that what I do is extreme, and it kind of is. You can kind of look at what I'm doing as being extreme because, face it, our culture, the convenience culture, and everything else makes it hard to do what I do. But why is it so easy for me? Because I changed my mindset, I changed my perception of food, but how I feel is what keeps me motivated. Once you do something that makes you feel good, it's easy to do it, and that's where I'm at with this. You know, it's like there was 2 days that pizza was bought for the whole group, and it's a really convenient meal. And of course, you know, both times I got chicken wings, and you know, chicken wings are, you know, greasy, and you know, and you gotta have napkins, and you know, you gotta deal with the bones and all that. Whereas pizza is easy to deal with. And that's the thing. We live in a food culture that that it's convenient. You know, Uber was giving away breakfast, and it was all in breakfast sandwich form. So I said I didn't want the bread, and I wanted a bacon sandwich without bread, right? And all they did was pile an egg on top of a hash brown with bacon bits, and I threw it away because I couldn't eat it. You know, we were getting ready to get on the bus, and it was just, you know,
people have to cater to me. You know, people thought that they had to go out of their way to cater to me, which I appreciate that. And some of the difficult aspects of how I eat now is the lack of convenience on a lot of things. But what I try to tell people is that you don't need to eat as much. So when everybody else is hungry, I'm not. You know, in the food choices, especially in the setting of the Mid-America Truck Show, it was difficult. You know, the first day I had a salad with beef brisket on it, and the next 2 days we had the buffet, and I couldn't even have half that. And it was horrible. I mean, it just wasn't that great. And so what I do seems extreme to people, but here's the most important part to take from this. If you feel like you can't cut out all sodas, cut back. If you feel you can't cut out bread and pasta from your life completely, cut back. Every little bit helps. The first 20 pounds that I lost were the little changes I'd made, such as eating less of certain foods. And as a truck driver, dealing with the things that we deal with and the stress that we deal with, you know, sometimes the convenience is a big selling factor. You don't want to sit there and cook your meal or worry about trying to eat something with a fork instead of using bread, you know, that kind of thing. But I guess my message is you don't have to go to the same extremes I did or I have to get results. You know, you had all these snake oil products being shoved in your face at the truck show, and there was probably maybe 1 or 2 booths total that even addressed driver health. There was like this thing that you sit in your seat, and it had resistance bands, you know, and you can use these resistance bands, you know, off your chair. And that was it, and maybe some vitamins and stuff like that, but no one's addressing the true issue of our health. Everybody wants to profit off of us. There's all these different booths that talk about how to profit this and how to make the job easier here, and look at all these products that you can buy to make your life easier, but not one of them, you know, addresses the root of our problem, and that's our diet. And as a truck driver, it's extremely difficult. So what I'm doing may seem extreme, but then people saw the results. People saw how much weight I've lost and how much I feel better. I look happier, and I am. There's a mental clarity. You know, take all weight loss aside. Let's pretend that you're a physically fit, average build person. The mental clarity you get from eating the way I do is amazing. And there are other aspects to this that, you know, that it's more than just a weight loss. I guess I'm having trouble saying it for some reason. But if you just start off with the little things, little changes. It may not seem much, but, you know, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'll leave the email in the description. If you want to get on board with what I'm doing, or just have somebody to vent to when it comes to food and diet and what we're faced with every day, you know, email me. We'll have a chat. Sometimes all you need is a motivator, and that's part of the reason why I came to the Mid-America Truck Show, is so I could show people that it could be done. as a truck driver. You know, I've lost weight and improved my health without hardly any exercise. That's the next step for me, by the way. Because when you're 400 pounds and you've driven 11 hours and you've dealt with the shippers and receivers and you know, and all the other stuff that we deal with, the last thing you want to do is go for a 30-minute power walk. Change your diet. It's difficult, yes, but once you change your perception of what the food is doing to you, I think that might help. It's all about changing perception, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to show people. I wanted to show people that changing your perception is the key to all of it, whether it's business, whether it's your personal life, your home life, and then also your health. If you feel like I'm on a soapbox, I'm sorry, but that's the harsh reality. Sooner or later, you're gonna have to face up to yourselves and look at your health. Do you have to do it exactly the way I do it? No. Are there other things that you can do? Yes. But every little bit helps. What I do might seem extreme, but for me it's not, because of my perception of it. But anyways, thank you for watching. It was great seeing everybody, and I appreciate all the compliments. I appreciate the good conversations I had out in the parking lot when it came to regards of this, you know, of this subject. You can do it. It can be done. And health is going to become the #1 problem of truck drivers. Mark my words. It's going to be the #1 problem in the trucking industry. It should be now, but it's not. Everybody's concerned about profits. Everybody's concerned about rates. Everybody's concerned about regulations. But that's all null and void if you can't even get in and out of your truck, or if they take your CDL away because your blood sugar's too high. You know, think about that. Anyways, thanks for watching, and you know, you're not alone, man. You're not alone in the struggle. See ya.